Now that you have learned how to create a Canvas module and how to add prerequisites, let's look at how to use the requirements setting. When you add requirements to a module, students must complete the defined requirements within the module before the entire module is marked as complete. You have the option to require students to complete all the requirements in the module, or you can choose one item to have them fulfill the specific requirement. However, if the student does not meet this requirement, the student will then get an alert that a requirement must be met before continuing. Now, typically, requirements are added when using prerequisites to prevent students from simply clicking through the items without engaging in the content. Please be aware, though, that these requirements will be added to all students in the course. You must have added your content, such as assignments, quizzes, pages, etc., to the module before you can add requirements. Module requirements will display in the order that they exist in your module. So you may need to decide if you want to reorder those items before you set your requirements. Now, depending on the module type, you can add up to 5 requirements. You can require that the students view the item. You can require students mark the item as done, where they will actually click a button after they have gone through whatever you are asking them to do. You can ask them to contribute to a page. This option is only available when you are including a non-graded discussion board to the module. You can add students to submit the assignment, or you can set a minimal score they must achieve before moving on. The default is set as students must complete all of these requirements. However, you can change it to just require 1 item. For the module that I'm creating, students' end result will be a final essay, so I will want them to move through the requirements in sequential order. Next is to choose each item and tell students what they must do to complete that item. So for Abby Sunderland Part 1 news article, they will have to submit the assignment. It requires that they do some research and fill in a worksheet. I'm going to continue by clicking on Add Requirement. I'm going to select Part 2 editorial, which again, students must submit before moving on. To continue, click on Add Requirement. I'm going to choose Part 3. It does require them to submit the assignment. Part 4, the pre-writing is also something that they have to submit, as well as the final argumentative essay, which they will have to submit. Once students have submitted Part 1, Part 2 will open. Once students submit Part 2, Part 3 will open, and so on. Now I'm going to update my module. As the teacher, I will be alerted that I have changed the progression requirements for an active course. So students may have already started working through this module, and it does ask me if I would like to let them continue as it was originally set, or if I would like to relock it until the new requirements are completed. So I'm going to click on Relock the module. So not only now will you see at the top of the module that a prerequisite is required, but students must complete all items in this module to mark the module as complete.